Hey guys, what's going on? This is Andrew from the Protestant Way. Today, what I wanted to talk about was evolution again, like we've been talking about earlier and before, previous. But today I kind of want to talk about something different. Last time, in the last video, or the most recent video that was uploaded, we talked about evolution and stuff like that, but I didn't really do a great job. And today I'm just going to kind of elaborate on one or two things, and then we'll move on from that. Now, the one thing before I lose my train of thought, the one thing that I need to say is that evolution cannot work. And here is why it cannot work. Now, according to evolution, everything formed slowly and over time, basically. But that can't work. And do you guys know why? Because if only the useful traits are kept, then there's no way anything could have evolved. Let's see. Let's think about this. The easiest example I can think of off the top of my head is heart, lung, and brain. Each one, and any of our major organs, and each one working together is amazing. They all work together, but individually, they are useless. Meaning, if you don't have a brain, then nothing is there to send messages to your heart and lungs, telling them, one, to keep beating for your heart, and two, to breathe in. And if you don't have a heart, then your brain and lungs can't function because you need oxygen to go to your brain in order for the brain to survive. And if you don't have lungs, then you can't get oxygen into your body for the heart to pump blood and the brain to get oxygen and blood to the brain. So basically speaking, if we evolved slowly over time, those traits should have been lost because they would be useless alone. So that means the eye or brain or whatever would have had to pop into existence all at once. But that's not how evolution works. Okay, so now that we covered that a little bit, now I just wanted to note that if you saw me looking over to the side of the screen, I wasn't like reading like some sort of secret document. I was reading my own arguments with people online. I tend to go online and argue with people, and I force the arguments to go the way I want them to go, in a way, because I don't know how I do it. Because I just do it. The conversations almost always go my way. So if you saw me looking over here, I was reading what I wrote. So I wasn't like looking up some advanced document or something like that to cheat, because I'm not cheating. You can't even cheat on a YouTube video, what the heck? Really all I wanted to cover is that evolution, in that sense, is not possible, because, for one thing, like I said, everything would have had to pop into existence, like, your heart, lungs, and brain would have to have popped into existence all at once, because all together they work great. Each organ is amazing, it's complex and works, has its own job, but separate and alone, by itself, it cannot function. Now, whenever I say each organ, I'm talking mainly the brain, heart, and lungs. And here's another thing, if the eyes, too, we have multiple parts in the eye. Like, we have cone cells, rod cells, stuff like that. So, and once again, they all would have had to pop in all at once. That's how it would have had to happen. So you're telling, in evolutionist point of view, that it is slowly evolved over time. So a rod cell just waited millions and millions and millions of years for a cone cell to come along. So that way, it can work. Woohoo! No, that's not how it works according to evolution. Another thing I wanted to kind of talk about is another argument somebody made with me is that this is kind of on the lines of evolution and creation. Well, it is, but I was debating with somebody, and he said, I said, yeah, wait, how'd it go? He deleted his messages after the argument was done. Like, I cannot find his messages, so he deleted them. Which is hilarious, because he was all like, I totally won, haha! I'm like, okay, let me tell you why you didn't win, and boom. And he deleted it. But anyways, that's besides the point. I said something along the lines of, we're so complex that it's evidence for a divine creator. And he said, no, it's evidence for evolution that we're so complex. He said if there was a divine creator, he would make everything simple. And I kind of had to just stop and just stare at the screen for a little bit, because I was just like, what? That doesn't make any sense. Why would a divine creator make something simple? How would that show off his power? It wouldn't. That would it would, as something as complex as us shows off his like powers of creation. If he just made like a single cell organism and that was it, that wouldn't be showing off his divine power. That'd be showing off what? Like something is it wouldn't do it justice. I don't know why it's so hard to grasp the idea that we just didn't come from, well, monkeys in this sense. And of course, we look similar to monkeys. Of course, we have the same, like, of course, we're all, like, somewhat related somehow. Like, all the animals and stuff are all related. And us. But that's not because of evolution. Doesn't it make sense for a divine creator to use a similar formula for everything he was doing? But yet, at the same time, that similar formula throughout all the animals and bugs and everything and fish and whatever are all still completely different and complex. Doesn't that make more sense than maybe like we all came from a single cell organism and then there's a common ancestor between us and monkeys and stuff like that? It just doesn't make sense. That pretty much ends this video now, guys. Just to recap, basically, if everything evolves slowly over time, and the useless traits were, cast aside, and then we wouldn't be here because, hearts, lungs, and, brains are all very complex, but individually they can't do crap. So, in the end, it all comes down to a divine creator. And that's about it then for this video. I don't know what my next video will be about. Well, I do. My next video that I'm working on is something about kind of something that tries to make the Bible look bad and fallacies and stuff like that, and I prove them all wrong. That will be the next video. So until then, see you guys later.